How is it going today, guys? It has been quite the productive day today, I tell you what. In today's walk and talk, I'm going to take you guys to a little Catholic cemetery, and then following that, we're going to go check out one of my favorite farmhouses of all time that I've never done a walk and talk on before. So let's get into it. This is an old Catholic cemetery out here in the middle of nowhere in farmer pioneer country. Now, as you can see, it's a relatively small cemetery, not small for a pioneer farmer cemetery, but just small in general. And we'll look at a couple of the headstones real quick while we're here. A lot of people buried here were born in the late 1800s, and they passed away in the early 1900s generally. I imagine they were founders of the area here, although I have never been able to find much information about anybody buried here. Some beautiful old weather-worn headstones. So you see Rosa, born in 1853, passed away in 1908, asleep in Jesus. Blessed thought. Somebody still cares about him out here, because every time I come visit this place, there's always flowers at the grave. And sometimes this cemetery even gets a pretty decent mow down. 1820, 1910. This guy Jacob, he was an old pioneer, born almost 200 years ago. Well, a little over 200 years ago. Let's go check some of the other people out over here. 1854 to 1924. And I can't even read the writing on that one anymore. Sorry if it's pretty windy out. I hope it doesn't mess up my audio on this too much. But pretty cool little cemetery out here in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, just about everybody that I'm seeing was at least born in the 1800s. Let's check out this grave real quick. Passed away in 1957, born in 1887. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And they got this big cross here. Gives you a little info about the cemetery. Pretty cool old pioneer cemetery. So now I'm going to take you guys to the main attraction. Like I said, this is one of my favorite abandoned farmhouses of all time. I think about this house an awfully lot. And I heard there was a fire out here earlier this year, and I had reason to believe that this house caught on fire and burnt down, but it turns out I was wrong. And I'm really grateful for that, because this is a special house. I like to call this house Red House, and If you've watched my YouTube channel for a while, you'll know that I've been here before. I like to visit these houses multiple times, as you guys know, and just kind of watch over them, see how they're doing. Been walking all day today in the sun, getting my miles in. Luckily, it's not too hot, and it's awfully windy out today, which has really been a blessing in disguise for me. So we're getting closer to Red House here. Something that's kind of funny to me about Washington State and these old farmer pioneer areas is that, you know, Washington State, the population seems like it's been growing like crazy over the years. But out here, the population is actually shrinking. There's more and more abandoned houses I'm finding, and I think now that there's almost as many abandoned houses out in some of these areas as there are houses that people are actually living in, which is just kind of an ironic contrast, if you ask me. As you can see, there's not much going on out here, but we're getting really close to the house now. I have been waiting to come back and visit this house for a while, you guys. I'm excited to take you guys on this ride with me. Now, without further ado, let's do this. Geez, I am so excited, you guys. It has been far too long since I've been here. Far, far too long. What a well-built old farmhouse. I just love the unique design. I'm glad that the front porch is still standing here. Most of the time, these porches kind of collapse. So let's check it out. The house has definitely seen better days. As you guys can see, it's pretty trashed. I'm sure vandals have come in here and thrown things around and caused a lot of disarray too. I hardly doubt that this is natural. And it's something that, like I've said before in the past, really annoys me, but you just can't get around it. This is why the property owners don't like people here, because people like to ruin crap. I bet you this house was so incredible back in the day when it was first built. Just the the architectural design of this house, the way it was put together, the window placement, these shelves. I like this like nook that they built right here, how they rounded it. Sometimes it's just the little things that make me happy. Gosh, I'm getting nostalgia walking around here. It's been a while. Like I said, you guys, this is one of my favorite old farmhouses of all time. Now, as you can see, it was built with boards instead of the lath and plaster, which is probably a lot of the reason why it's still standing as good as it is, considering everything else. And as you can see, they used like this kind of material, and then they had cloth. They kind of did whatever they could to fill in the cracks. You can see there's like newspaper that they glued to the wall back in the day. Even these farmer pioneers were very resourceful because they had to be to survive out here, and putting old newspaper clippings on the wall for extra insulation is just one example of that. Entering the bathroom now. Pretty nice open bathroom. The toilet's still intact. A lot of the tile for the shower is still there, although you can tell it's not tile. It's some sort of paper that looks like tile. And the ceiling's just in worse and worse and worse shape every year. This bathroom shot. Completely shot. The toilet's still upright. That makes me think that vandals haven't been here for a while, just because the jerks haven't broke the toilet yet. I really like the siding that they put on the doors. It's very decorative, and like you can see, this was a very colorful place when it was first built, and I'm positive that this was probably one of the best looking houses that I've ever been to, like back in the day. Maybe not so much now, but back in the day, this house was beautiful. I wonder what the family was like that lived here, and I wonder why they ended up leaving. What was it that caused them to leave? You know, it's just something I always wonder about these houses. Like, what happened to the families here? Was the house just too far gone and they didn't have the cost to repair it? Or did they just decide they didn't want to be farmers anymore? Was there a tragedy in the family? Let's go upstairs. The upstairs isn't going to disappoint either. There's a lot to love up here. Again, just the way they built this house is just incredible. Can you imagine having this for your bedroom back in the day, and it's all nice, and there's a new carpet on the floor, and got a lovely storage space in here. It's definitely seen better days, but a nice little storage attic up here. Just an amazing upstairs, you guys. So excited to be here. just brings peace to my heart stepping foot in this house every time I get the honor and the privilege to. And here's one of my favorite windows of all time. Right here. I'm not sure that I've ever been to this house on such a nice sunny day, so I'd really like to do a sunset shoot at this house one of these days. I don't think today's the day, but one of these days I sure would love to. Let's look out the front window here. Isn't that something? That incredible, you guys. Let's check out bedroom number 1 over here. Old wallpaper, look at that. Some random old wallpaper. It's like some people catching a helicopter or watching helicopters fly or something. As you can see, this room has definitely seen better days. The roof is finally fallen down right here. As you can see, I don't think that it was like this last time I was here. Old newspapers and shoes. Look at all the old shoes up here. It's crazy. The light cord is falling down. In spite of it all, the fireplace is in really good shape. Usually these bricks are all over the floor and stuff by now. Let's check out the other bedroom real quick, shall we? Maybe this was my favorite window, you know that? Just not sure anymore. Definitely a beauty. Again, just an awesome bedroom. I would have been so happy if this was my room back in the day. Or if I had this whole section, this bedroom, the room over here, and then like this area right here. All it's missing is if there was like a bathroom over here, and it would be a really cool like upstairs apartment, you know? It's an absolutely amazing room. I noticed a couple books here a minute ago, and I'm just gonna try to see if I can find out what they are. Campsites and relics of the Ice Age nomads. That's kind of interesting, I guess. There's a lot of just random stuff like that up here. Let's go back downstairs and maybe look around outside, huh? Gosh, it sure is nice to see this amazing house again. I just absolutely love this house. Definitely one of my favorites. And again, I know I say that about like half the houses I go to. Which house is my favorite? I really couldn't tell you guys. Back down in the living room. I'm gonna kind of see if I can get out the back door over here maybe. So I'm gonna go through the dining area again, and I'm pretty sure there's a door back here. Maybe I'm wrong. Going through the bathroom again. Yeah, there's a door over here, at least on the side. You know what? There is a basement. See if I can see anything down here though with the camera. I need to start bringing like a high-tech flashlight so I can show you guys like what these basements look like a little better, because they're pretty interesting too. And not much, just a couple water heaters and darkness. The old rock and cement foundation, beautifully made and put together. Now it's time to go outside, and I'll show you guys around the house again. Freaking awesome house. That's what the back of the house looks like. Kind of go out here a little ways. Try not to trip over some old farm equipment. There we go. So what do you guys think of this house? Is it one of the better ones I've been to, or what? Those windows, there's just something just haunting about the windows in this house. Almost a half hour long. got that awesome like red brick siding put on it. Like I said, the porch is still relatively good shape. The roof shot though, that's what's gonna do this house in. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my walk and talk today, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.